Shiba Inu Coin news and Shiba Inu price prediction, along with much more in today's video.
What's going on, everyone? Win with Ryan here, and we're going to start this video off with a quick giveaway. We're giving away $100, and all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment below. Every single comment gives you an entry to win, and then go over to winwithryan.com to make sure that you are subscribed to my Make Money newsletter. That's where we announce the winner every single month. So with that being said, keep winning.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today we've got a good video for you. Today we're going to go ahead and cover 4 coins for you in this video. We're going to cover Ethereum, obviously our number one dog coin. We will be covering Shiba Inu, and we will also be covering XRP, and we will also be covering the North Star of all of crypto, Bitcoin. Before we jump into the charts and go through all the daily information, we do also want to let you know these charts today's candle will be closing in 21 minutes. What we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and run through all of the news that's going on, and then we'll come back and we'll check out the charts. So if you're here only for the charts, hey, I completely understand. Feel free to fast forward till we jumping into the charts. But for now, let's go into the headlines and see what's going on in the crypto world. All right, so the first stop that I always like to make on my daily rounds is crypto panic. So we're going to jump over here. We're taking a look at crypto panic, the trending section here. US, EU governments pledge to remove selected Russian banks from the SWIFT network. So if you guys are familiar with SWIFT network, which most of you are because you're XRP Army, right? And you do know that XRP and Ripple, their goal is to basically take over all of what SWIFT does. And that is really interesting because it hasn't taken place yet. But right now, SWIFT is how all of global payments are taken care of, essentially. Russia can no longer partake in that. Brand new, just popping up in here as you saw that live. Economist Alex Kruger warns Russia using crypto to escape sanctions would send prices crashing. Here's why. I don't really see that being a case, but if people want to send FUD out there, China's Supreme Court declares crypto fundraising is illegal. ADA holders can expect demand to kick in thanks to, what does this say here? Thanks to what? Thanks to, they're doing some tricky stuff on this article. They're making you click it. All right, thanks to, and there must be just a whole bunch of stuff. Holding on. Metrics say this, weak article. So anyway, not going to dig into that. That's a waste of time. Next headline here, how Bitcoin allowed a Ukrainian refugee to escape war and start fighting back on his own terms. Ukraine's official Twitter account posts pleas for crypto donations amid Russia invasion. El Salvador's Bitcoin Field Vet Hospital opens this week. So it's really interesting, right? You have different things going on around the world. People wanting to ban crypto, people wanting to adopt crypto. I mean, look at El Salvador. That's huge, great news. And then over here, you got China trying to ban it. And then you have people fleeing Ukraine using crypto. And then you have US governments, EU governments want to remove crypto options. And it's just craziness, right? So crazy stuff that's going on around the world. And we don't even know what's really going on in Ukraine. Why did Russia attack Ukraine? What's really behind it? You can do some digging and stuff like that. There's a lot of different crazy, wild stories going on. Next, we're stories this week. Former Cisco employee launches DAO to buy the Denver Broncos. So a freshly launched decentralized autonomous organization dubbed by the Broncos DAO is aiming to raise capital to purchase NFL Broncos for roughly $4 billion. Interestingly enough, this used to be my favorite team. I no longer really am very involved in sports. I used to be pretty heavily involved in fantasy football, sports betting, and all that stuff, you know. But crypto is way more fun and there's way more gains. So I stopped watching and paying attention. The project is offering fans of various levels of wealth a chance to own a slice of the Broncos, as there's no minimum requirement on how much they need to contribute to participate in the DAO. Dogecoin founder speaks out against meme coins. The Dogecoin founder, Billy Marcus, blasted meme coin chillers this week, slamming projects that are not about memes or the community, but are instead made by people trying to get rich off of other people trying to get rich, right? So a bunch of rug pulls. Basically, people are launching a coin off of everything and just taking the money away. It's not about a meme dog. It's not about a funny meme on the internet. It's just about whatever you can make something about, right? So, I mean, if I wanted to make a meme coin about my Lambo here, or if I wanted to make a meme coin about my dreams book here, you can basically make, well, not basically, you can literally make a meme coin about anything and everything and then push it out to market. So he says here, satire has some mildly clever elements to it. Jokes are funny. Spam advertising, lying about who is involved in the project, making up ridiculous promises, desperately trying to get Elon's attention to promote you, etc., are not clever or amusing. And he put that on Twitter. Marcus highlighted Binance Smart Chain tokens in particular, arguing that they have made the internet worse in every way, as he pointed to the mass amount of spammers who flood social media platforms with their dubious crypto advertisements. What's interesting, though, about the Binance Smart Chain tokens is that's typically the one that most people get into and get rug pulled and get scammed out of anyway, because of the fact that there's no gas fees. It's just easy to do the transaction and so on and so forth. Bitcoin plunges as Putin announced special military operation in Ukraine. So as you all know, last week, the crypto market tanked on Thursday. Reports of the Russian government had invaded Ukraine, with assets such as Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP dropping 7.3, 9.5, and 9.2% respectively. The news of the invasion sparked major pushback from people across the globe, including members of the crypto community. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin, who was born in Russia, condemned the move on Twitter, saying, "This is a crime against the Ukrainian and Russian people. I want to wish everyone security, although I know there will be no security. Glory to Ukraine." By Friday, crypto markets reversed their post-Russian invasion declines after the United States announced it will be implementing sanctions against Russian banks. That's not the real reason why. The real reason why is because we're not sending troops to fight the Ukrainian war. So people have calmed down. This is a huge move here. Trudeau revokes Emergencies Act's powers, but the case for crypto grows. So Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau walked back the use of Emergency Power Act on Thursday, which he had invoked to be able to take away people's right to spend money out of their own bank accounts, credit cards, and so on. The order was invoked in the wake of mass protests across the country, including at critical border crossings between US and Canada. The order allowed the government to freeze 8 million from 210 bank accounts connected to Canadian Freedom Convoy protesters. So those 8 million in those 210 bank accounts were actually fundraising accounts, most of them, to help give supplies, gas, food, and so on to the truckers who were doing this protest. The highly contentious situation in Canada appears to be calming down now. However, the Trudeau noting that we are confident that existing laws and bylaws are now sufficient to keep people safe. And this whole thing was to do with the vaccine passport that they're trying to launch on everyone there in Canada. They're trying to make sure that you have to have a vaccine passport to be a trucker. So if you want to be a trucker and you want to go into Canada, at any and every exchange of goods there, you would have to show that you were stuck with the jab. And they did not want to go along with that. Tourism in El Salvador up 30% since Bitcoin adoption, minister says. Earlier this week, Salvadorian Tourism Minister Morena Valdez claimed that the nation's tourism industry surged more than 30% since the adoption of the Bitcoin law in September of 2021. So huge news for them. And we also heard just a couple of weeks ago that their GDP is also through the roof. A lot of that having to do with this tourism. In particular, Valdez stated the influx of tourists from the U.S. has increased significantly to represent 60% of all travelers heading to the country the tail end of 2021. We did a poll to check the activity. According to before and after Bitcoin, tourism sector increased in November and December. This increased by more than 30%, Valdez said in an interview. And then we need Bitcoin to be legal tender in Mexico. So if you have not heard, a Mexican senator and a lot of other people in the actual governments of Mexico really want this to happen. So that'd be crazy and awesome for them as well. Winners and losers, and also some Bitcoin reports. So BTC, they had a high of 40,000 this week, low of 34,000. Ethereum had a high of 2,800 and a low of 2,300. Top gainers of this last week: Anchor Protocol up 63%, Terra 32%, and Maker up 4.13%. Top losers was Convex Finance, Harmony, and Oasis. Prediction of the week, Ethereum to $10,000. Classic bullish reversal pattern hints at potential Ethereum price rally. So Ether, the crypto industry's second largest asset by market cap, mostly traded between 2750 and 2350 last week, according to Cointelegraph. Although ETH's price action experienced turbulence during the week, a chart pattern from market analyst and Twitter personality Wolf revealed a possible price target of $10,000. An ETH weekly candle chart from the analyst indicates a possible ascending triangle pattern playing out, which, long story short, could lead to ETH surpassing $10,000 based on how the chart pattern typically plays out. The chart from Wolf points to the target of $13,250. Weekly chart patterns in general, however, typically take more time to play out, and the chart patterns crafted on shorter time frames. All right, and our voice is still working, so we're going to jump. All right, jumping over here to the charts now. Let's jump into the daily charts. For this one here is Shiba Inu. The new daily chart, the new daily candle has just started. Great news. We can see that the Shiba Inu is still in an uptrend according to Super Trends. It did break with the wick down, and it actually hit in this short-term Fibonacci here. It actually wicked on that 786 line before returning to the upside. The only downside that we have right now is that it did bounce off of the 50 moving average and the 0.50 line respectively, coming back down. What I was saying is this price more than likely is probably going to come tap this 50 or the 618 line, then run back up to the 50 and finally break above the 50 moving average and the 21 exponential moving average. So that way we can take it to the next level. So the markets were rebounding nicely. If a war and all this craziness around the world isn't just absolutely destroying the price, I mean, we were just here, hovering here, and like it wasn't because of bad news. So if we're still here and we had all these crazy news going on, I see some moves continuing to move back into the market. Jumping over to XRP, we are still in this downtrend. It did bounce off of that downtrend yesterday. So we need this to break above that resistance. That thing is being stubborn as all get out. As you can see, though, we did yesterday or 2 days ago break finally above the 50 moving average, the 50% line on the Fibonacci, the 21 exponential moving average, and then rejected off the 382. However, yesterday pushed real hard, broke through the 382, tapping our resistance line, which has been a resistance line now for a little bit, rejecting back down, but not breaking below the exponential moving average. So today, we have a brand new candle starting. What could very well potentially happen, we could see it come and bounce off this 50 line before returning to the upside for XRP. Right now, it is looking like it's pushing down a little bit. So we'll keep a close eye on XRP. Taking a look at Ethereum on the daily charts, Ethereum also had a nice move the last couple of days. This was that Thursday candle wick down real hard, all the way down to the bottom of our supply and demand zone. Bulls went crazy, bought it back up 2 days ago, continued that buy. It rejected off of our 21 exponential moving average 2 days in a row now. In fact, yesterday, it even pushed all the way up to the 382 and into that 50 moving average before bouncing back. So same thing here. Very likely this price could simply just come down, tap off this 50 line and continue up. However, yesterday it already did that move. It already came down and tested that. So we would not like to see it tested a second time. It'd be nice for it to just take off to the upside and start another really nice bullish green candle, break above this 382, break above this 50 moving average, and then take its way up into this supply and demand zone. And here we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin also having an extreme rebound after that Thursday crazy dip on the candle. And then 2 days ago, a second really bullish candle. Yesterday, another crypto running up to that 50 moving average. And then the bears just stepping in and battling hard. So we need the bulls to really step their game up today, push this thing back up so we can finish this weekend back up above the 50 moving average, the 50 on the Fibonacci line, and get this thing headed in the right direction. So let me know your comments down below. What do you think about the crypto market? How are things going right now? Don't forget to join the Run Guys community. Here's how you can become a full-fledged Run Guy community member.